What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I want to give you a quick update on what Shiba Inu's price is doing because things are getting juicy and something's happening right now that I need you to see. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all and let's get straight into it. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Shiba Inu yourself on up to 50x leverage, you can use that BTCC link down below. Guys, I am a partner of theirs, and if you do use my affiliate link down in the description below, you're going to get a 10% bonus back on all first-time deposits over $500 and under $100,000. Guys, this literally means if, say for example, you deposit $3,000, they're going to give you $300 to trade with, and if you turn that 300 say into $2,000, you get to keep your gains. It's so ridiculous. It's an insane deal that I've been able to work out with them, and in addition to that, you're also going to get extra bonuses, vouchers, and credits of up to $10,000. I don't know how long I'll be able to have this because it is that good. Hundreds of you guys have signed up already, so go check that out down in the description below. Let me know what you think. I do a ton of trading over on BTCC and would love to hear your opinions on it down there. Now, looking at Shiba Inu, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue on painting this picture that we've been painting for the last couple of days. You know, what we've really been focused on is the figuring out the route that SHIB's gonna take to get to this breakout zone. I do believe that SHIB's gonna eventually hit our breakout zone between 3.7 and 4.8, and it's just a matter, it's not really a matter of, you know, if, it's more of a matter of when. And our whole goal recently is trying to figure out what is it doing in order to get up here. Now, of course, and you know, before that, what we had paid attention to was the fact that we had this descending channel. While we were breaking out of this descending channel, we created this inverse head and shoulders, and we're trying to use both this inverse head and shoulders and the breakout of this descending channel to then catapult us up towards the breakout zone. And so if the goal is, of course, getting to the breakout zone, paying attention to our breakout of these two structures is extremely important. So over the last couple of days, what we've been watching very closely is this move that Shiba Inu is making right now, because if this is successful in flipping these previous points of resistance into some support, we might be trying to use this foundation we're building right now, guys, to head back up towards that 3.8 level and actually start turning in some more gains here. And so what I want to go into today is the progress that SHIB's price is making at establishing a support here as a foundation, and what we're actually seeing from our Bollinger Bands, because it's giving us a great sign. So currently speaking, Shiba Inu's price is making some fantastic progress at building some support on top of that 2166 level. What you can see here is not only has its price started to round out a little bit, but it's also starting to put in on the shorter term time frames kind of like little mini bullish structures. You see like this little inverse head and shoulders that it had made right here, and this little cup and handle pattern it made. On the 30-minute charts, there's a little inverse head and shoulders right here too. Like, it's giving us signs that it's actually seeing the bull step in, and that's also why, of course, we're seeing the price kind of round out like that. Now, doesn't mean that it can't literally just do this. No, absolutely not. It very well might, but it is a good sign that we're seeing the bull stepping in and pushing this price upwards right now, creating this more consolidationary channel. But what I'm more interested in is what we're seeing on the daily time frames with our Bollinger Bands, because this is starting to put us in a spot to where we very well might try to continue upwards sometime soon. Let me explain why. So what I'm going to do is I want to clear out everything. But what I want you to remember, and I'm going to come back to this in a second, is our goal for SHIB is for its price to turn the 2166-ish area, the level we're at right now, into support. It was resistance. We want to turn it into support. Remember that. It's going to be important in a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of everything, and we're just going to look at our Bollinger Bands. Now remember, your Bollinger Bands are an indicator that you can use to determine whether or not a crypto is overextended to the top side or the bottom side. When you're looking at your Bollinger Bands, you're going to see three main components: the middle band, which is your 20 simple moving average, your upper band, and your lower band. Put simply, when a crypto is in the upper band, it's too high and it's probably going to come down. Put simply, when a crypto is in the lower band, it's too low and it's probably going to go back up. And so what you can do is use the Bollinger Bands to track whether or not we're overextended to the top side, the bottom side, and if we're in between those, we're usually in a rather strong point of neutrality. But what you'll come to know is that off of those moments in which we see a crypto's price hit this resistance, it's very likely it's going to come back towards this blue line to try to find some support. It's happened, of course, at more than you can imagine, right? We saw it right here, right here, right here, right here. We, of course, saw it back there. We saw it right here. You go back to this push back here, you can see it on all of those bullish movements. You look right here, look at all that support we built right here. I mean, you can see it, look at that. Look at that. I mean, you get the point, right? I'm not going to keep doing it, but you get the point. We use these Bollinger Bands as support levels an absolute ton. And whenever we saw Shiba Inu's price end up in the top side of it, I said, look, we're probably going to come back down to that 20 simple moving average at some point. So just be very careful because the price might start to pull back. But if we do hit it, there's a good chance we're going to try to use it as support and continue upwards. So it's okay. It's no big deal if we start to pull back here. Now, keep that in mind when I turn our drawings back on. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn our drawings back on. And I want you to remember, what did I just say? Our goal right now is to see Shiba Inu's price flip this point of resistance into some support. And what's interesting is that right now, if we turn that Bollinger Band on with this, our 20 simple moving average has now hit that same exact point of support. So this means not only now do we have the macro resistance now being flipped into some support from that structure that we had, but we also have the 20 simple moving average sitting in that exact area to basically reinforce that support. Now, does this mean that, Shiba Inu's price can't just go straight through these levels and go back down to 1.9? No, it doesn't mean that. That is still very possible. But what this does mean is that as its price gets lower and lower, the bulls are going to have more and more reasons to buy and buy and buy to try to force this price upwards, to the extent that even if it does continue downwards, it can only go so far because the bulls have done so much to exhaust the bears that the bears are just going to give up at some point, and the bulls are very likely going to step in. And so by the 20 simple moving average now working its way up to the same level of support, it reinforces that support level and makes it more likely that Shiba Inu's price is able to hold support and try to bounce upwards or stay flat long enough before trying to bounce upwards. And so overall, again, no, it doesn't guarantee that we're not going to lose the support level here, but it is going to make it much harder for us to lose that support and make it even more likely that we do find a higher low and continue if we do lose that support. So absolutely bullish. I love seeing things like that. I love the fact that it stayed sideways enough for that daily simple moving average to work itself up, and now we're in a spot to where we have amazing support levels right here. So I absolutely love to see it, and I will let you know, guys, if this does feel a little bit complicated, I'm trying my best to simplify it, but if it does feel a little bit complicated, I just did release a course for new crypto traders and investors on technical analysis. In my Patreon down below, it's $5 a month, and you'll get access to not only just my thoughts and insights, daily fundamental analysis reports, and daily technical analysis reports, but I'm going to be releasing 5 crash courses for beginners on technical analysis, fundamental analysis, trading, meme coin investing, and altcoin investing. And I just released the one on technical analysis down in the Patreon. So if you do again feel a little bit confused, go check out that course in there. It's about 30 minutes long. It goes over everything you'll need to know to understand what we're talking about here in this video. So that's available down there for you. Or for $1 a month, you can simply just join the private community, talk to me, talk to some of the other people in there, and just chit chat with everyone. But overall, that's where we are with SHIB right now. It's looking very good. I love what we're seeing here from that moving average, and I think it puts us in a great spot to really be able to find the support. So of course, I will continue to update you every day as this does play out, and stay tuned. And don't forget, if you do want to, of course, trade some Shiba Inu yourself, you can use that VTCC link down below to get a 10% bonus on any first-time deposits over $500 and less than $100,000. But of course, I hope you guys did enjoy. I have about 2 or 3 more videos posting today, so stay tuned for those, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.